We're back. We're back, y'all. I've been on a hiatus. Life has been lifing, but we're back, and that is what matters. I'm wearing green because it's almost St. Patrick's Day, which means it is also almost Oscar Sunday. The best Sunday of the year. I can't wait to sit here and make Oscars predictions with y'all. Pull up your Oscar predictions ballot and let's get into it. For the last few years, I've been filling out Oscars prediction ballots, but this is the first year where I've really almost watched all the movies that are nominated for Best Film. I still have a little bit of Hamnet left, and I think I haven't watched 2 other movies, but everything else I've seen. So we're gonna break this down category by category, talk about maybe what movies I have seen, why I think it should win that category, what I haven't seen, why it shouldn't, and yeah. Starting strong, Begonia, F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Martyr Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, and Train Dreams. So I actually watched all these movies except for, not gonna lie, I fell asleep on Frankenstein. Haven't finished Hamnet all the way. Never saw The Secret Agent. Everything else though, I saw, so I think I am qualified-ish to talk about this. Starting with Begonia. Y'all know Emma Stone. The same person that made Poor Things did another Poor Things type movie. And I saw Poor Things, but I just really wasn't rocking with like the misadventures of the brothel girl type movie it was. However, I felt very different about Begonia. It very much gave like conspiracy theorist people who really think Emma Stone, an everyday corporate woman, is an alien. And at some point, you are just really like thinking about all the craziest stories you've ever heard. All the conspiracy theorist people and how crazy they are. Jesse Plemons is unbelievably scary as far as a redneck can be in this movie, and they are really convinced Emma Stone is an alien. Spoiler alert, I'm giving you 2 seconds to click out. 2, 1, she is. She is. And the whole movie, I felt bad for her because they shaved her hair, they were torturing her. She was down in the basement being like, I'm not an alien, you guys are stupid, you guys are stupid. Whole time, she is. Like, F1 with Brad and Damson Idris, how did a girl get so lucky? I'm gonna be honest, I only watched this movie for Damson Idris. I had to see what Lori Harvey spun the block for. I've heard of F1, obviously I see influencers go to these races. I also think F1 is very cool for the fact that there's only like 20 people in the league at one time. Each major team has 2 drivers. I know Lewis Hamilton's really big. Max Verstappen is really big. So, you know, I know a little 1-2 about F1. But Best Picture, no. Frankenstein, I'm not gonna lie, I fell asleep. I don't know, is it just me? Or like the last 2 years, there's been so many Frankenstein movies. I just watched The Bride, which was actually very good. It was very much giving a move over Harley Quinn and Joker. There's a new couple's costume in town. Turned it on for Jacob Elordi, fell asleep. That doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it didn't keep my attention. Hamnet, I started it. I want to finish, but I don't feel like I'm qualified to talk about this, so moving on. Marty Supreme. Timothy talking about no one cares about opera and ballet while he's promoting a movie about ping pong.
I don't want to be working in ballet or opera or, you know, things where it's like, hey, keep this thing alive, even though no one cares about this anymore. All respect to the ballet and opera people out there.
I wasn't eager to see a movie about ping pong. However, I do love a Safdie brother movie. And once I heard it had like the energy of Uncut Gems, I was sold. Plus, watching Marty Supreme, learning that ping pong is really like a small part of it and not really the core of the message of the movie. The movie's more about like determination and what someone's willing to do to get to where they want to get to. And it's just like, I mean, you're not telling me you watched Marty Supreme and weren't motivated to chase your absolute dreams. Like, you're not telling me that. You're not telling me that. Love me some Tyler the Creator. Love seeing Tyler the Creator in that movie. Apparently black people were cool with white people during that time. Who knew? One battle after another. This movie eats down. Tiana Taylor did a great job. She won a Golden Globe, I think, for this role, but basically Bob is a washed-up revolutionary who lived in a state of stone paranoia, surviving off-grid with his spirited and self-reliant daughter Willa. When his evil nemesis resurfaces and Willa goes missing, the former radical scrambles to find her as both father and daughter battle the consequences of their past. This was a great movie. I think it very much played into the current time with mass deportation and people in camps and all these things. And honestly, for a while I thought, because of the state of the United States right now and the Academy voting, this was set to win Best Picture for sure. Don't know how I feel right now about it. The Secret Agent. Unfortunately, I didn't get to watch it, but I will watch it. Sentimental Value. This was a very sad movie about a dad who was not there for his kids, comes back, wants to make a movie, wants his kids to be a part of it. She's not rocking with it because, hey, you weren't a part of our life. Go out, find Elle Fanning, ask her to play your daughter. Then Elle Fanning thinks she's not good for it, and so then she gives up, then you eventually go back to your daughter. Very sad movie. That's really all I have to say about that. I don't think it's a contender for Best Picture, but it was good. Sinners.
I picked poor Robin clean. Picked poor Robin clean. I picked his head, I picked his feet. I would have picked his body, but it wouldn't fit to eat. Oh, I picked poor Robin clean. Picked poor Robin clean. And I'll be satisfied having a family.
Thanks, ain't bad.
This movie was so freaking good. Everyone and their mama was posting about this movie, was talking about how they've seen it more than once, was talking about the iconic juke joint dance from all across the world, and we have modern dancers and juke joint time dancers and ballet, and this scene alone worth the award. Playing two people and acting like there's actually a person there is like a hard task. Only other person I know to do it successfully, Lindsay Lohan, and they weren't handing out awards for Parent Trap. Michael B. Jordan did a great job. I like this whole cast. It was a fun time. Took me down south, let me hang out in the juke joint. We got to hear Irish music. We got to dance with everybody. And then we throw in the classic monster vampires on top of that. Like, who would think to pair a Deep South film with vampires? Throw in some Klan, throw in some Native Americans, bam, Sinners on a silver platter. Train Dreams, another sad movie. When I tell you, this man right here, he goes to work because of some people that have nothing to do with him, kill his old coworker due to racism during the Chinese Exclusion Act. He swears death is surrounding him everywhere. He makes friends with an older coworker. The coworker dies. He finds a wife, has a baby. He misses them. He comes back home. They both die in a fire. Maybe the daughter came back, maybe not, but his wife dies in a fire. He didn't grow up with his parents. Doesn't have any friends. It was just perpetual sadness. Best Picture, I think it's going to Sinners. It literally just won so many awards, and Best Picture was one of them. Plus, Sinners is like the top nominated movie like ever. Obviously was nominated for a reason. It's taking home a lot of awards, I think. Best Director. I mean, one battle after another was really good. I don't know, I kind of think of Best Picture and Best Director as one and the same. Like, how are we gonna say you directed something the best if the product was not the best film? And for that reason, I'm going Ryan Coogler. And I can't wait to hear his Oakland accent, Mike no, when he gets this award. Best Actor. Saw Marty Supreme, saw one battle after another. Again, Michael B. Jordan just won Best Actor. Plus, I really want this dub for him, so I'm going Michael. But I am a Leo fan down, and think Leo did an absolute great job at one battle after another. The only thing that gives me pause is he did not win any other awards this award season. Best Actress, Jessie Buckley, didn't see. Rose Byrne, If I Had Legs I'd Kick You. Y'all, that movie, with her life crashing down around her, Linda tries to navigate her daughter's mysterious illness, her absent husband, a missing person, and an increasingly hostile relationship with her therapist. I've never heard of a therapist killing themselves because you'd think as a therapist they have their lives together. But this girl, honestly, as much as she was going through, she should have just ended it. She's constantly dealing with her husband being gone, the home that they live in, like the ceiling caved, so they're living out of a hotel. Her husband keeps calling her every freaking day, getting on her about, did you call people to repair this? Did you call people to repair that? But she also has to take her kid to freaking treatments all the freaking time. While this kid is missing school, then she can't park real fast because the parking attendant got a personal vendetta to make her life hell. Surprise cameos from A$AP Rocky. I mean, shout out Tyler, the Creator, and A$AP Rocky. This season, they really did their big one. Conan O'Brien, the host of the Oscars, actually is her therapist, and he's actually the worst therapist in the world. If you need reasons to delay motherhood, go ahead and put on If I Had Legs I'd Kick You. And that's all the birth control you'll ever need. That being said, Rose Byrne. Best Supporting Actor. Of everyone, best two in this category, Delroy Lindo, Sinners, Sean Penn, One Battle After Another. And Sean Penn, he was a very scary man. I'm scared of Sean Penn today. That being said, I'm going Sean Penn. He ate that role and then some. Spit it back out, ate it again. Best Supporting Actress, I'm going Tiana. Original Screenplay, Blue Moon, It Was Just an Accident, Marty Supreme, Sentimental Value, Sinners. Obviously, as I gawked about Sinners earlier, it's Sinners. That movie, very original. Adapted screenplay, Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, Train Dreams. One Battle After Another was very good, and so I do feel that it deserves some type of recognition. But Begonia was just so out of this world and shocking. I don't know, like, it's really down to Begonia and One Battle After Another for me. But also, like, the Academy does love a quiet little cozy sad movie, and that gives Train Dreams. I'm just like a Leo girl. I gotta go One Battle After Another. Casting, I'm interpreting that category as like who chose who could eat the best for this role and who really ate down. And Marty Supreme, like, Timothée Chalamet really ate down to the fact that he is now embodying parts of his character and people are starting to not like him for that, which means maybe the casting was too good, okay? One Battle After Another, like, I just feel like Tiana Taylor, Regina Hall, Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, like these, Benicio del Toro, I feel like these are probably like the most random group of people you would ever see, and you would like never see them hang out together outside of this movie. And for that reason, I feel like this might be the best casting. Because the thing is, Sinners doesn't surprise me just because Ryan Coogler has worked with Michael B. Jordan multiple times before. Editing, we didn't have the worst cuts is what I'm basing this off of. And it has to go to Sinners. It has to go to Sinners because they had the most iconic scene that I talked about earlier, and you know that all those people were not in there at the same time, or if they were, I did not see one cameraman get caught lacking in the corner. It was seamless. Animated feature, we're giving it Zootopia 2. Documentary, we're gonna go Perfect Neighbor. International feature, I didn't see any of these except Sentimental Value, so I have to go Sentimental Value. Production design, Sinners, the juke joint. I gotta go Sinners. I'm not gonna lie, I gotta go Sinners. Costume design, Avatar is like always like good. because I mean, you're literally painting people blue and green. Frankenstein, Marty Supreme, Hamnet, Sinner. I'm like, y'all are gonna get tired of me, but I'm gonna go Sinners. I'm gonna go Sinners. They were very like good costumes for that era of time. Plus, I think Sinner's costume designer is Ruth Carter, and she's the same woman who worked on the Black Panther costume design, and I'm pretty sure she already won an Oscar. So we're giving it to her again. Cinematography. Train Dreams was beautiful to look at. Marty Supreme was very fast paced, and I felt that through the cinematography. I'm gonna go Train Dreams. Makeup and hairstyling, we're going Sinners. Sound, let's think. F1, that was like a lot of race car, a lot of crashes that I listened to. Frankenstein, one battle after another. That was a lot of driving too, actually. Just like F1, constant driving up and down those hills. Sinners, we were singing. I feel like movies like Dune or anything that's like, you know, it's gonna be loud can easily win sound. And I feel like that could be why F1 wins sound. And maybe that was my worst choice. Visual effects. Anything visual, I'm giving Sinners. That dance scene was impeccable. Score.
Something I've been wanting to tell you.
I don't even know why I'm doing this. Sinners is responsible for that iconic scene. Going Sinners. I gotta stick with my people on this one. I lied to you. Sinners. Animated short. I didn't see any of these, so I like the title, The Girl Who Cried Pearls. We're gonna go that one. Documentary short. I like The Devil Is Busy. Because he is. Not getting me though. Live action short. I like two people exchanging saliva. Alright, we have just finished the New York Times 2026 Oscars. Let's see how many of them I get correct. I am so excited for the Oscars this year. I hope Sinners takes home all the awards that it can. It deserves them. This movie was phenomenal. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to wear your seatbelt and happy Oscars Sunday. Bye.